There's this famous post by Dave Ramsey where he says that $100 a month invested from age 25 to 65 equals over $1.1 million. Now think about it, $100 a month. That's like skipping one takeout a week, forgetting that Chipotle or Chick-fil-A once a week, take the money, save it, invest it instead, and you're gonna retire a millionaire. Now, that also means that regardless of what happens in your career, in your job, your successes and failures, getting fired, starting all over again, or whatever corporate ladder you're climbing on, if you just do this one thing, take $100 a month on the side, save it, invest it, over time, this compounds to over $1 million, and you're retiring a millionaire without too much effort. Now, what I want to show you today is you don't have to use your money. You don't have to put $100 of your own money into that account. You can use your company and do this for free. Retiring a millionaire for free with the help of the company you're working for. All right, I'm going to break this video into 3 quick sections. Section number 1, I want to show you what a compound interest calculator is and how it works. Right? This is just a fancy name for a calculator. It's a website, so I'll walk you through how this website works. I'll leave the link below the video. But effectively, it's hard to imagine what compounding can do for you. If you save and invest consistently over time, you arrive at really large numbers. And intuitively, this is not something that our brains just process very well. This is a completely exponential curve. And I want to show you how this works based on where you're starting, how much you can contribute and invest each month, and how long you do this for, right? We're not all starting at 25. Some of us are kind of late and are trying to catch up when it comes to retirement accounts. I'll show you how this compound interest calculator works and how you can use it for yourself to kind of model your own situation. Section number 2, I want to kind of review quickly what a 401k match really is, right? This is a standard benefit in the United States. Most medium-sized, larger companies offer this as a standard benefit. In other countries, it's called something else, but I remember when I worked in the UK, we had the same benefit at JP Morgan, Deutsche Bank. We were getting free money to match whatever we were contributing into our retirement accounts. And so I want to review how this is used. Not everybody, unfortunately, is using this, and this is really free money that people are leaving on the table. And finally, in section 3, I want to talk about a company called Lendtable. Lendtable has a creative solution for people that are not in a position to even start this journey, that they're neither full paycheck, they have credit card debt, student debt to pay, they just cannot even afford that $100 a month to put in a retirement account and receive that free money that is being matched by the company. Lendtable has a solution for you. I'm going to show you how this works. I'm going to show you their website, explain the process, and they can kickstart you on this journey of retiring a millionaire with the money that is not even yours, with your company's money, the free match that you should be receiving, and you should be part of this process. All right, part number 1, as promised, is the compound interest calculator website that I said I was going to show you how this works. This is run by the government, by the SEC. You can definitely trust the numbers here. And it's pretty self-intuitive. I'm not going to spend a ton of time here. Initial investment, let's assume you're starting with $1,000. You can contribute $100 a month. You do this over 40 years. Estimated interest rate, so the rate that you estimate you can earn every single year. Let's assume it's 12%, and we're going to talk about the 12% in a second. And you compound this annually, hit calculate, and you receive over $1 million, right? In 40 years, you get, based on these assumptions, to just over $1 million. Now, what's really cool here is if you hover over the curve on that little chart at the top right corner, you see you contributed a total amount of $49,000. So let's call it 50. You contributed $50,000, and you're gonna end up with over $1 million. So this is the magic of compounding here. Now we're assuming a return of 12%, right? You can play with these numbers, you can assume a lower return. 12% I'm assuming based on historical averages of the S&P 500. So over the last 10 years, it was just over 12%. Over the last 50, 100 years, it was somewhere around 10.5, right? So if you assume a slightly lower compounding rate, you're still gonna arrive at really crazy numbers when it comes to how much you contributed and how much you're ending up with. So use this calculator, model your own situation, however long you can contribute for, how much you can contribute, and you're going to end up with some really crazy numbers that hopefully will convince you that this compounding, this saving, this investing over time is a game you want to be part of. Part number 2, let's talk about a 401k match, right? Let's just review the terms. Maybe you haven't heard about this because you're just starting, you're fresh out of college, or you're just not clear about how your company is helping you with your retirement accounts. The 401k match is a standard benefit that most medium-sized large companies in the United States, and by the way, in other parts of the world as well, in Europe definitely, maybe called something else, but basically the companies help you save for retirement by matching a certain portion of your total compensation and putting it in your retirement account. Let me give you an example. Let's say you make $60,000 a year and the company matches up to 5%. The typical match percentage that companies offer is somewhere between 4 and 6%, 4, 5, 6%. So let's assume it's 5%. 5% of $60,000, that is $3,000. So assuming you yourself put $3,000 in your 401k retirement account, the company will match the same $3,000 and put $3,000 for you as well. So suddenly you're gonna have $6,000. That's $3,000 is from the company, that's a free benefit from them. If you choose to contribute more than $3,000, the company doesn't match more than that. They are capped at that 5%. Whatever the standard matching percentage is at your company, you gotta find out, right? You gotta ask them how much they are matching for. They will match whatever you are putting in your 401k account. So finally, part number 3, as promised, I wanna introduce you to Lendtable. Lendtable has a creative solution for all the people that are in a position where they're simply not able to put money in their 401k accounts, in their retirement accounts, to receive that free match, that free money that the companies are offering. They're just not in a position to do that because they need the money to cover their living expenses. And this is a big problem, right? Every year, $24 billion is of this free benefit, of this free match, is being unused in America. $24 billion, that's a lot of money. You don't want to be one of these people, right? So Lendtable here has a solution for you. Let me walk you through an example of how this works, right? You sign up to the Lendtable service, you verify your income, you verify where you work, that there is a 401k program that offers these matches for whatever you contribute. And let's say you work for a company that is offering that 5% match, 5% of your total compensation. So let's say, we talked about this earlier, you make $60,000 a year, 5% of $60,000, that's $3,000 a year. That's how much your company is willing to contribute in your 401k account, assuming you contribute the same amount. You put in $3,000 in the account, you get $3,000 from the company you work for. So now suddenly you have $6,000 in your account that again can compound, be invested. That's how you get to that millionaire status by the time you retire. Now you just created a gap, right, in the money that's available to you. Because you put $3,000 in your retirement account, you're missing that money to cover your expenses. So this is where Lendtable comes in. Lendtable effectively gives you a cash advance to fill the gap that you just created. It's a simple process. You sign up on the website. There is no credit check. There's no collateral. There's no compound interest. None of that stuff, right? It's very simple, very straightforward. But now what's the catch, right? Lendtable doesn't do this for free. So at the end of a year, you have to repay the money to Lendtable. Now, maybe you're in a position where you didn't have it initially and you're able to repay in 12 months. Great, right? You have $6,000 in your retirement account, 3 from you, 3 from your company. At the end of the year, you're able to repay Lendtable $3,000. You will pay them a fee. The fee that they charge is 20% of the match they helped you earn, right? So in this case, you pay them back $3,000 plus 20%, that's another $600, right? That's the match that they helped you earn. So if you do that, perfect. If you're in a position at the end of a year where you're unable to repay the money to Lendtable because you don't have extra income that you would pay it back from, a lot of people take the money from that retirement account to pay back whatever match they were able to receive, right? So they pay back Lendtable, they give them extra 20% of the match that Lendtable helped them receive. Now the problem is that if you take money out of your retirement account, like a 401k account, before you're 59 and a half years old, you have to pay a penalty of 10% to the IRS because all of this is pre-tax money, right? If you're taking it before you're able to take distributions, 59 and a half years old, you're going to pay 10% penalty. And you're also going to pay taxes on this because this is pre-tax money that you have contributed that was before you were, before taxes are applied to whatever income you're making. So to sum it all up, right? If you're paying back from your retirement account, you're paying back with a 20% profit, that's the standard fee that Lendtable has, a 10% penalty to the IRS, and income taxes. Now, when you put all of this together, you are actually still better off than if you didn't do anything at all, right? Even after all of these taxes, penalty, and fee to Lendtable, you still have more money in your retirement account than if you didn't do anything. So it's a creative solution. The way I look at Lendtable and this solution that they're offering is, I think it's an amazing way to get you started on the journey to saving for your retirement. Because if you're not able to do anything, and if you basically have zero and you never get the free money from the company that match, you have nothing, right? Here, even if you have to repay it from the 401k account, which is not ideal, you don't want to do this for 40 years because you're missing out on the compounding effect of the money that otherwise would be there, compounding each year being invested. But if you still have to do this, you're still better off than if you didn't do anything. So Lendtable has a creative solution. Again, it's not ideal for the long run, but to get you on the journey to saving to retirement, I think this is a pretty cool creative solution, like I said, that Lendtable can offer people that otherwise would not be saving at all. All right, so much for a quick overview of how to get free money, free cash from your company in your retirement account. I'm going to leave a link to Lendtable below the video. If this is a solution for you, it's pretty creative. Again, like I said, not to be used for 40 years for sure, because you are foregoing the effect of compounding, especially if you're taking the money out of your retirement account to repay Lendtable. But certainly a good solution and very creative for people that otherwise are not doing anything, right? They're completely foregoing the free money that companies are offering. It's a perk, it's a standard benefit at this point that most companies offer to their employees, and you should not be one of the people that is leaving this on the table. Leave me a comment below. I'm really interested in hearing your opinions, kind of understanding where you are on your journey to saving for retirement, to that millionaire status. Thanks for hanging out today, and I'll see you soon.